Hello and welcome. Welcome to another Lunch with Lisa. I am Lisa Warner. I am the author of The Simplicity of Self Healing. Today, let's take a look at energies, specifically negative energies, such as fear, doubt, guilt, shame, blame, anger, and how these energies can negatively impact our health. We've all heard the phrase, everything is energy, but we've never really been taught what that means. So let's really dive in and take a look at this today because it's really important that we start to understand this because we are masters of energy. We actually have the ability to command energy. And that doesn't mean like, do this, do that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about we have the ability to utilize and transform energies at will. Energy simply is. Energy is what everything in all of creation is made from. Energy, my personal definition of energy is consciousness in motion. Energies are frequencies. All frequencies are available throughout all of creation. And when we are in our natural frequency, we are naturally in harmony with all that is. Peace, ease, love, joy, bliss, creativity, excitement, enthusiasm, appreciation, gratitude. Like these are the energies that are natural to us. And when we know this, because these energies feel good, anything that's in alignment with the core essence of who we are feels good to the soul. It feels in alignment. But things that are not in alignment with the core essence of who we are, things that are out of alignment with our soul, feel icky. War, poverty, fear, doubt, guilt, shame, blame. These things are out of harmony with the truth of who we are. And this is why they feel bad. So when it comes to emotional energy, energy that is in motion, that we are embodying, you know, guilt or fear or doubt or worry or anger, these are all energies that we feel in our bodies when those energies are present. And when we are feeling these in our bodies, it is the body showing us what needs to be paid attention to, meaning what energy is taking up valuable real estate in our energy field that needs to be cleared out because it doesn't belong to us. As humans, we've really never been taught about our personal energy field and how our personal energy field directly impacts the quality of our life. and our health. It's all part of the same thing. Our life, our health, it's all together. It's all one thing. So when we have these negative energies housed inside our aura, inside our energy field, these energies are being carried around by us with thought patterns that are attached to the energies. If we have anxiety, for instance, anxiety is an energy. When we feel anxious, we automatically start looking for, why am I anxious? And then we find the why. Like, oh, for me, it used to be, oh my gosh, it's because there's no money in my checkbook. If I had money in my bank account, I wouldn't feel so anxious. If I knew that I was going to be okay by the end of the month and that I would have plenty of money left over, I would feel okay. I wouldn't be anxious. So I had all of these thoughts about money, well, lack of money, attached to anxiety. So every time I looked at my checkbook or my bank account and I saw, only 2 or 3 numbers in there, I was like, "Oh," I would get really anxious. And conversely, every time I started to feel anxious, I would start blaming it on money. So I kept looping in these patterns of, "Oh my gosh, I don't have any money. Oh, I'm having a panic attack." And this went on for quite a long time until one day I finally realized what was going on. I finally understood that, wait a second, what I focus on becomes my reality. I'm focused on, I don't have any money. I'm focused on anxiety, and this is my reality. What if I could change this? And suddenly I realized that anxiety was simply an energy, and it was an energy that was in my energy field. So I started to clear out the anxiety anytime I started to feel anxious. I would use the tools that I had I would close my eyes, I would look in my energy field, I would gather the anxiety up, just just using my imagination, the power of my imagination. The imagination is a tool. It is something that we utilize either to our benefit or to our detriment. When we've been taught, oh, that doesn't mean any, that's just your imagination. That doesn't mean anything. That, my friends, is a big fat lie. Your imagination is a powerful tool. And when you learn to utilize it on your behalf, rather than disregarding it as nonsense, you start taking your power back. So I started closing my eyes and utilizing my imagination to see the unseen, to see the energy that was in my field. The imagination is the tool that we use to see energy. So when I started to look for the anxiety that was taking up valuable real estate in my energy field, the anxiety looked like a dark cloud. It looked like squid ink had been injected into my energy field. So I started to gather it up and transmute it. I started to clear out anxiety from my energy field, I would start to breathe it in and breathe it out. I have multiple tools that I can use to clear my energy field. And after, I don't know, couple, 2, 3 weeks, whatever it was, of consciously, actively clearing anxiety out of my energy field, guess what? It went away. Never have experienced anxiety ever again because it's no longer hanging out in my energy field. When I was having anxiety attacks, it was negatively impacting my health and my reality because the anxiety, it felt crappy in my body. It did not feel good. And when your body doesn't feel good, you don't feel good. You can't feel great if you don't feel great. If you're feeling anxiety, it is negatively impacting your health. It's negatively impacting your well-being. Same thing with fear. Same thing with worry. Same thing with guilt, shame, anger, frustration. All of these are energies, and they all equally negatively impact both our health and our lives. When we feel these energies, it means we are embodying these energies. The body is is the sensory organ, the thing that senses these energies. We can't see fear or guilt or shame or blame, these energies that are in our energy field. We only notice them, A, when we feel them, and or B, when they show up in our reality as a circumstance that provokes that feeling. So if we have guilt in our energy field, we may not realize that that energy is there until some scenario in our life appears to make us feel guilty, or that makes us want to make somebody else feel guilty. Works both directions. So these negative energies, I'm calling them negative because they detract, subtract from our lives. Anything that detracts from our joy, from our bliss, from our feeling fantastic, I'm going to label as a negative energy. So, how many negative energies do we all have in our energy field? Negative energies in the form of fear, anxiety, terror, guilt, shame are being broadcast to us on a daily basis through the news, social media, through churches, right? Catholic guilt. It's a thing, right? We're taught that we're sinners, that we should be ashamed of ourselves just for living. Okay, these are things that are deposited, that get deposited into our energy fields. And it's not our fault that they get deposited in there. You know, most of these things were deposited when we were children. We had no recourse. You know, we spilled our milk, and then all of a sudden we're getting ripped a new one. And, you know, you should feel ashamed of yourself. You shouldn't have done that. You know, what's wrong with you? And like, whatever it is. Like, that's not our fault. It was somebody else's bad day that got deposited into our energy field, when we had a little oopsies as a child. Okay, so we're not responsible for those energies that got, you know, deposited into our energy field. Like, we're not responsible for where they came from, but we are responsible for getting rid of them. Okay, if you're listening to this right here, right now, you have the power to clear your own energy field. And you know what happens when you clear your own energy field? You start to feel better. Your reality starts to clear itself up. Once I cleared out all of the shame about like not being able to generate $1 million every year, when I cleared out the anxiety of like, oh my God, I don't know where my next money is coming from, all of that, when I cleared out those energies and those thought patterns that went with them, because when you clear out an energy, the thought patterns that are attached to the energies go away as well. When I started taking responsibility for my own personal energy field, I realized it's the only thing I have any control over is my own energy field. And when I started taking command of my own energy field and started clearing out all of those negative energies that were detracting from my well being, from my experiencing joy and peace and ease and all the things that I really wanted to experience, that made me feel really good, that made me feel at ease. Once I cleared all of those out, my reality started to reflect that. The money started flowing in. The ideas of how I could contribute to others started flowing in. When I was busy worrying about money and making money and, oh my God, am I going to have to go get some soul sucking job? Oh, yeah. I wasn't focused on how can I contribute. Once I cleared out all of those energies, I started feeling better. I started to be able to see, like, wow, I have a lot that I can contribute. Hey, I can teach people how to clear out their energy field so their bodies can heal, so their lives can heal. And now this is what I do. I help you to clear out the stuff that is detracting from your life. I help you to shift your consciousness. I help you to start seeing the invisible, the stuff that we've been taught to overlook, so that it becomes obvious, so that you can take command of your own energy field, so that you can start taking command of your life experience, so that you can stop blaming your body for when your body doesn't feel good and start understanding the language of your body, because your body is literally trying to help you 24/7. Your body is on your side. You're not meant to suffer in your body. Your body is literally your best ally. Your body is your friend. Your body loves you. We've all just been taught to hate our bodies. You're too tall, you're too short, you're too old, you're too young, you're too fat, you're too thin, you're too dark, you're too light. Like, right? We've been taught to judge our bodies. That if we don't look like the actor or the actress on the big screen or on the magazine cover, that we're ugly. Like, all of these horrible messages that we've been sent. Okay? We have far more power than we've been allowed to know. And when we start to understand what everything is energy actually means, we can far more easily take back our power. We can start taking command of the situations in our lives. We can start recognizing the energy that's generating the situation. And when we clear out the energy, the situation goes away. The situation transforms. Because if the energy is no longer there that is generating the negative situation cannot perpetuate itself without the energy that's sustaining it. So when you learn to clear out your energy field, you learn to notice the energies that are in your energy field, and you start to recognize how things are being generated in your life. You can choose what starts to generate. You can start to choose the qualities of energy that you use. You can start to choose to embody specific energies that feel fantastic, that allow you to feel good again, that allow you to feel good about yourself, about your body, about your life, because you have learned how to become the master of energy. You have that ability. We all have this ability. We have just simply not been allowed to learn how to use our abilities. Because if we don't use our abilities, somebody else will use energy against us. If we don't understand how to use energy for ourselves, others who know how to use energy can use energy against us. And it's time for that pattern to stop. It's been going on for thousands upon thousands of years on this planet, causing a lot of pain and suffering for us who are unwittingly the recipients of negative energy manipulation. When we learn how to manage our own energy, we stop being manipulated. We stop suffering. We stop allowing patterns to continue to loop. This is the power that we all have. Are you willing to take your power back? I have some classes, some self-study courses on my website that you can check out. There's called The Rose and the Globe, Powerful Tools for Transformation. There's one really great primer. It's a powerful energy tool to start clearing out your personal energy field. You can check that out at connectingyoutoyou.com. I have many classes that I am in the process of creating. First 12-week class is going to start on beginning of September, the first Wednesday in September of 2024. So if you're watching this before September of 2024, go to connectingyoutoyou.com and see about, make sure you're signed up for my newsletter, because all the classes are going to be announced in the newsletter. All the tools are on my website. So start checking it out. More and more and more is coming forth from me to you. So stay in the loop and sign up for my newsletter. It just comes out once a month, and every once in a while I'll send out a second one if I've got some special announcement to make, but it's not very often. So I try to keep it. I try to honor your time and not spam you with a whole bunch of stuff all the time. So please feel free to sign up for my newsletter to be kept in the loop. You can check out my Soul Sourced Healing Facebook group, and you can obviously subscribe to my YouTube channel so that every Thursday a brand new Lunch with Lisa comes out. I talk about all kinds of these topics. So if you found this one to be helpful today, please share, please like, please subscribe to my channel, and feel free to comment. Let me know that you like it. Let me know that what I am sharing is of value to you. So I hope this was of value to you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. And until next time, create for yourselves a great week because you can. Bye for now.